North Charlotte versus South Charlotte, and which one is better and why. So let's go North Charlotte first. The first major area in North Charlotte is going to be Huntersville. Huntersville is jamming. It's moving, it's shaking, it's baking. It's a very, very beautiful place to live. Some gorgeous, gorgeous neighborhoods in the town of Huntersville, and along the main street of Sanford Road, which is off of the major highway going to Huntersville 77, is shopping galore. They're shopping to the left, they're shopping to the right. The big main attraction in Huntersville is going to be Birkdale Village. And I love Birkdale Village. It is a quaint village. It's not like one of these old town streets in, like, say, Waxhaw or in Fort Mill or other areas of Charlotte, Belmont, but it's a quaint shopping center. It's actually not small, undergoing tremendous revision and renovation. It didn't need it, but they're doing it anyway. It's probably the major hangout in Huntersville. Many, many nice neighborhoods in Huntersville from which to choose. Now, when choosing between North Charlotte and South Charlotte, if you go on greatschools.org, you will find the largest propensity of higher rated schools in the South Charlotte area, and going back further south into Union County, and even further south into Fort Mill, South Carolina. Huntersville, in certain areas, you will get some very good schools. Some of the schools may not be as good. So if that's a consideration, Huntersville may be in or may be out. But I love Huntersville. I love the feel. I love the vibe. Lots of things to do. And you are close to Lake Norman. Now, the next major town in North Charlotte is Cornelius. Cornelius has a very small downtown. They've got shopping there, also off of I-77. So if you're commuting from Cornelius or Huntersville into Charlotte and you need to get to the office, these are great places to be. Again, Cornelius does not have as much shopping. A lot of people from Cornelius will go to Huntersville, very close, 5 to 10 minutes tops to get to Huntersville and Birkdale Village, very close to the I-77. So super, super convenient to go north or south. Now, the biggest attraction in Cornelius for me, the reason why I would choose Cornelius to live, would be Lake Norman. If you want to be on one of the most beautiful lakes in the United States and you can afford the price point, Cornelius is second to none. It's got all the commerce that you need nearby, and it's got neighborhoods. Diana Shores, it's got the Peninsula, it's got Jeton Road, and it's got all kinds of little nooks and crannies with homes on the water. And that is the main draw for me to live in Cornelius. And it's a major draw. I've been in some of the most unbelievable homes in the Charlotte metro area on Lake Norman. And if I could tell you, if I could afford the $3 or $4 million or $5 million to live on the water there, I would do it in a heartbeat. Now it brings us to the next town coming up from Cornelius is Davidson. Now Davidson is a college town, small liberal arts college town, great little downtown, coffee shops, restaurants. It is not big, but it is charming. Most of the higher end homes in Davidson, and Davidson is considered probably the most affluent area in the Charlotte metro area, are a little bit away from Davidson College and are a little bit away from the downtown. There are some tremendous custom neighborhoods, tremendous non-custom neighborhoods, some older neighborhoods with tons of charm, and you're very, very close to driving to Davidson. But the majority of your shopping, again, is going to come down to you either going down to Cornelius or to Huntersville. Also very convenient to I-77. The next step up, going up north, is the town of Mooresville. Mooresville, also very, very pretty town. Homes here in the Mooresville area are more affordable. There are more new homes in the Mooresville area, except for a couple of standouts, which is The Point. The Point is probably one of the 2 or 3 or 4 nicest and most expensive areas in Charlotte, right on Lake Norman, like I talked about before. Golf course, you name it, they got it. Mooresville, The Point, if you're going to live in Mooresville, The Point is the place to be. But there are other areas close to Mooresville where they are developing new homes. Is there as much shopping? No. Is there a new shopping area in Mooresville that just was built? Absolutely. The only Costco in North Charlotte is in Mooresville off of I-77. So if you lived in Huntersville and you had to go to Costco, you would go on I-77 to the Mooresville Costco. Now, on the less expensive, but on the Lake Norman side, on the other side of the lake, are the towns of Denver and Sherrills Ford. Both beautiful areas. Love both of them. Denver is a little bit quieter than, let's say, a Mooresville. They're shopping not far away, but it's going to be a little bit further away than some of the other areas. It's going to be a little bit quieter, has highly rated schools, but it is not as built up. However, you can get a house on the lake for far less money than you can on the other side of Lake Norman. So I love Denver and I love Sherrills Ford. New homes are being built by Beechwood Homes in Sherrills Ford on the water. That's a neighborhood that is up and coming. There's an area close by to Mooresville as well. It's called Iron Gate. Also, very, very nice, beautiful new neighborhoods being built, but it's not jamming yet. As you move further north, obviously, you're going to get further and further away from uptown Charlotte. So if commute's an issue, that is something you need to look at. There are other areas in North Charlotte, like Harrisburg, which is up and coming. Some neighborhoods there are bidding on homes. They are not there yet. There is a beautiful shopping center in Harrisburg, but still a little bit remote for me. Concord, I'm not a big lover of the Concord area. Some people love it. So that's North Charlotte in a nutshell. South Charlotte. South Charlotte is going to encompass, let's say, the south part or the lower part of uptown Charlotte and some of the neighborhoods right next to uptown Charlotte. You have some of the oldest, most expensive homes in the south part of Charlotte located right next to uptown. You've got Myers Park, you've got Eastover, you got Foxcroft, you've got Cotswold, you've got Dilworth, you've got South End. South End, full of action, new stuff, lots of restaurants. Cotswold, very walkable, expensive for the size of the home that you're going to get. Myers Park, Eastover, some of the most expensive property in all of Charlotte. South Charlotte also has the South Park Mall. South Park Mall is where you have your major shopping with all your major department stores, your Tiffany's and your Neiman Marcus, you name it, they have it. Also, South Park also has a ton of restaurants, great restaurants, highly rated restaurants. So there's a lot of action going on there in the South Park area. That's all South Charlotte. Moving back further south, you have some of the most high-end, unbelievable homes in all the Charlotte metro area. If you move further south, even more, you're getting into areas where you're getting the highest rated schools in all of Charlotte. There is a lot more shopping in the south part of Charlotte, a lot more going on in the south part of Charlotte than there is in the north part of Charlotte. There are more kids activities. There's more things to do. There's just more stuff. There's more shopping centers. As you move back further south, you get to an area called the Piper Glen area, where you're going to have shopping centers like Stonecrest. And you move back to an area called Blakeney, and you have Ballantyne. And you have Providence Plantation, a great neighborhood. And you've got neighborhoods to the left and right of the major street, Providence Road. And it just kind of spreads out. It's a large geographic area of safe, family-friendly areas with lots and lots of stuff to do. If you move further south from the Charlotte-Mecklenburg line into Union County, you've got Weddington, you've got Marvin, you've got Waxhaw, you've got horse farms, so you can go riding if that's your thing. The commute, obviously the further south, the longer the commute is going to be to uptown Charlotte. But you've got multiple avenues to get there. You've got 77, you've got 485, you've got Providence Road. There's ways to go around, in and out, to get to uptown Charlotte if you have to. Now, you can also go from Union County into Indian Land, South Carolina. Lower taxes, newer homes. You can go to Fort Mill, South Carolina. Lower taxes, newer homes. Highly rated schools. My name is Eli Magids, and I'm a real estate advisor here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the surrounding areas of South Carolina, specializing in those luxury homes, those custom homes, and new home construction. But most importantly, I am your realtor with heart.
Huge heart.
Not trying to sell you a house, but here to help you find a home and a lifestyle that you and your family are going to love. Feel free to reach out. Not going to bite. My contact information is down below. So, from a perspective of things to do, people to see, things to meet, action, in my humble opinion, there is no comparison between the north part of Charlotte and south part of Charlotte. South Charlotte is the place to be. Whether it's Fort Mill, Indian Land, Waxhaw, Marvin, Mint Hill, you name it, I think that South Charlotte is probably the better spot for many people. I'd say from the people that I have sold homes to, I would say it's like an 80-20 split between South Charlotte and the north part of Charlotte. A lot of the music venues are located in the south part of Charlotte. So for me, hands down, without even thinking about it, it's the south part of Charlotte is the better part. However, the one big caveat, if you're looking for a big monster-sized home, open water, or not open water, but you want a boat, if you want that lifestyle, country club, if you want a big home on the water, North Charlotte is the only place to be. It's the place that I would highly recommend that you go. It is gorgeous up there. If it is in your wheelhouse. It is expensive to be on the water anywhere in the north part of Charlotte. South Charlotte, you have Lake Wylie. It's not as nice, not as fancy, and not as expensive. But for me, the choice is clear. It's South Charlotte. If you want the lake and that lake living, hands down, it's going to be North Charlotte. Tons of neighborhoods all over the place. No matter what you're looking for, I can help you get there. Thank you so much for watching. And until we see each other again, next time.